Hello everybody. So today we're doing a clutch update. We're going to go over the clutch that we just had and that is shed out for the first time. We'll take a look at it, look at the babies, talk a little bit about it, and we'll go from there. So buckle in. We're going to go through these one at a time, no particular order, but the pairing for this clutch was our GHI Mojave female to our banana pied. So everything is coming out 100% het hypo and het pied. So the first baby here, this is one of the bananas. Really cool looking. Try to get up close, but you can see some pretty neat looking blushing even on the dorsal. There's some pretty cool blushing marks. Really pretty banana. Doesn't have Mojave or anything like that, but the head is pretty blushed out, but just a pretty banana. Double head. Really cool. That's the one. We'll jump to the next one here. So, okay. And this one is one of the, okay, so there's 3 of these in this clutch. So this is a GHI Mojave banana. And it looks really cool. Turned out really neat. It has like the nice typical blush sides with the GHI and Mojave. But the banana like washes this thing out and makes them look almost visual hypo, even though this is only het for hypo. This one has a bunch of little kind of striping down it, kind of broken up a little bit, which looks neat. There's one that I think we'll do next here that I think is the coolest looking out of all of them. That the stripe is almost like a complete stripe. It looked really cool. So let's grab that one next. That is this female, or this male, because all of the bananas in this are almost most likely to be male, just because of the pairing. The father was a banana, and it wasn't anything specific, not to my knowledge. I will sex these before I would get any of them to sell, but this one here is another GHI Mojave banana, 100% het for pied and het for hypo. But yeah, it's really cool. Striping on this is almost one big long with just 2 little breaks in it. But turned out really neat. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, they turned out really cool. This is probably one of my favorite out of the clutch. They're all my favorites, but that one definitely is going to be a holdback for future uses. All right, so here's the last GHI Mojave banana. Again, a lot more spots, stripes kind of going down the dorsal, which this one kind of looks neat for that in its own rights. But yeah, just the way that it blushed up, the banana kind of coming in on the sides on these, making them like yellow where it's normally grayish. And like I said, just the fact that the overall color of this is like a purpley hypo looking, even though it's just het for hypo. So what I would like to do going forward with any of these would be to see what the visual hypo would look like. I think that would look pretty neat. So on to the next baby. All right, so this is our visual Mojave. So this is nice and dark Mojave, but you can see a lot of stuff coming up on the sides, these white drippings coming up the sides of it, which I believe would be the pied influence on this. And I know there's a lot of talk about pied being technically not a recessive, but we treat it like a recessive because there are these visual markers which would definitionally make them not a recessive gene because it's visually changing the phenotype of what you're visually seeing on the animal. But yeah, really cool. Nice little dark baby. Not sure, I didn't sex any of these yet, but I will be sexing them before I would sell or move any of them along. But if this is a female, I will be keeping her just because she would be double het. And yeah, she would be very valuable to the project, I think, if it is a female. So hopefully more to come on that. All right, 2 more. The next one is another just banana, but again, a lot of this really interesting blushing on it with like along the dorsal. You can see that white coming through. Really nice purple looks to it. And just in the orange alien heads on it, there's kind of like some blushing, if you could kind of see it in the picture there. But yeah, really interesting. And I like it. I like the way that it looks. I don't think that I would keep any of these, so these ones, once I get some meals in them, I would probably be moving them along. But they do look pretty snazzy. Pretty snazzy. So yeah, that's that one. One last baby to go, which I think is probably my second favorite, if not my favorite. But that would be this one here, which is the banana Mojave. So a lot of, like on that other Mojave, where you see all those drippings coming up the side from the pied, all the way along its belly. It just looks super neat. Even up its throat, you could see it too, on the sides of its throat, all the way up it. But really cool, like those drippings, just kind of like a white drippiness down the sides of it. Really cool purpley color. Again, it looks hypo almost, even though it's just Mojave banana. But really sharp looking animal. Double het, like everything else in the whole clutch, but definitely gonna hold on to that guy. So that's the clutch. Not a lot else to say about it at this point. I'll be sexing them. Maybe after I get one or so meal in them, I'll fiddle around and try to probe them and see. But that's the next step. Will be checking to make sure that they all are eaten. I wouldn't let any of them go until I probably got 4 or 5 meals into them, just so that they're fairly established, and then I'll maybe post a couple for sale and see where we go from that. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching. If you liked the video, like and subscribe. We'll go from there.